Okay, Robert back here. Got this old Bernz-O Matic stove, single burner. I've had it several years. I've used it a few times and my valve went bad on it. I picked up a lantern the other day, Bernz-O Matic lantern, and he gave me a spare for parts, which I think had a good valve on it, but the tube here was broke. So I think I'm going to take both of these put together and make one. See what happens. Okay, this is the valve that came out of the parts lantern, with the exception of the broken tube that came with the parts lantern. I swapped out the tube already. But the valve, I put it on and it is leaking propane around the back of the valve really bad. So I didn't even try to light it because I could hear it and feel it hissing out there. So I want to try to replace that O-ring if I can get this one apart without it breaking. Okay, I found this O-ring assortment. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, nitrile, but they are supposed to be safe for fuel. This is propane, but I mean it's still a fuel. But anyway, hopefully we're going to have the size we need in this. I mean, because there's a bunch of different sizes in that thing. Okay, this is a 3/8 inch, but it's kind of a tight fit in there. But I do have these little thin ignition wrenches, the old vintage Sears set. Got several different sizes of these things, so I do happen to have the sizes I need in that, and it fits in there a lot better than a regular wrench. Wish me luck. Because this is what I done with the other one when it broke the threads off. I just loosened it. So far so good, I think. Okay, just for the record, pay no attention to me dropping this, but if you all ever tear into one of these, be really careful with this piece, because I mean, that is super thin, and like I said, it breaks really easy. And the O-ring's not there, so it must have stayed inside the, yeah, it's down in there. Let me get a pick and we'll dig that out. It still feels soft, but it was leaking awful bad. Let's go ahead and replace it. Let's see what happens. That one looks a little bigger. Maybe not. Let's try that one. Before I do that, let's clean this. Okay, off camera, I just took my parts cleaner, because it looked a little tarnish or something on it, and sprayed it, and took a little brush and brushed it. Never replaced one of these before, but I went ahead and turned that valve all the way down, closed. Now I'm going to tighten up the nut. Like I said, I don't want to over tighten that. I had to break out my other small wrench set. That is a 5/16. I'm assuming that's pressed in there. It's spring loaded. It's like a little check valve. Anyway, off camera, I'm just going to take my parts cleaner, take a straw, and I'm going to shoot through there. Okay, off camera. I took that valve back apart and I shot my parts cleaner through the openings on that. Made sure it was flowing good. Would have used carburetor cleaner spray, but I'm out, so parts cleaner is going to have to do for now. Now I'm going to put this back in. Okay, now the tip is in here, the gas tip, orifice, whatever you want to call it. So we want to loosen this. I'm just going to turn this off. Should just pull right out of there. If I can get a grip on it. There we go. Okay, once again off camera, I'm just going to shoot my cleaner through here. Okay, got that flowing good. Put the tip back on. Make sure you bring this piece here back around. If you put the this back on now with this down here, you don't want to turn the corner. You don't have enough room, so you got to make sure you keep this straight. I learned this last time I tore into one of these. But keep them lined up. Got to refill these canisters. The newer canisters won't fit in these things; they get stuck. So, got to refill the old ones. And this old canister leaks a little bit without the valve on here, so I had to put the valve back on before I put it in the thing to keep it from leaking. It's just a slow leak, but better be safe than sorry. And I did spray it with glass cleaner. Watch for leaks. Okay, I'm hearing gas. Okay, cross your fingers. Look at that. Heck yeah. Finally got it running. Man, it's been broke for several years. I've been wanting it to run so bad. Now, All right, Steve. Looks like we're ready for another coffee challenge. Y'all know the routine. Like, share, subscribe. God bless.